Boom, boom, boom. What's up, everybody? This is DTM, Delta Tango Mike. And it is time for another stream. And today is one of those special streams where, outside of my normal streaming schedule, Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m. is my Eastern Standard Time is my normal stream. But today we are catching up with a cool project, the Super Victor Universe project. And if you don't follow Valentin on Twitter, then you're behind the times. And that's why we're here to catch you up on what's been going on, the good news, the amazing projects that are in progress, and upcoming things to keep in mind when want to catch up and stay in touch with the Super Victor universe. So I'm gonna have a moments of questions and answers, and we already got some folks hanging out in the Discord right now. If you want access to the Discord, find the Super Victor universe, and I don't have any of those links right now, but I will share it throughout the stream today. Big ups to everybody who's already joining us on Discord. We have, of course, Valentin, Raz, J Plows, and San. On if you're watching this on YouTube, Behance, Facebook, or LinkedIn, leave us a comment in the chat so that we know that you are there. And sometime today, I will start sharing some links that you can then follow. And I have them somewhere, and I just forgot to grab them before we went live. I mean, I do have like a ton of links of stuff. But before anything, before I find those links and share them with you, and I'm probably sure going to be able to grab them from Twitter. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. Today we're going to talk about some upcoming projects, some giveaway details, and lots of art of DTM dealing with the Super Victor universe. I am going to break out my Adobe Fresco program, and I think I may have to log into this computer because the way Adobe does things is it's like, oh no, you can't use lots of computers to do your art. You have to stick with one, and that's my problem right there. All right, then so while I log into Fresco, what I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is talk about the project that the drawing that I'm working on in Adobe Fresco, and that's the supervillain Smarugan. I'm trying to remember my password here. Then gonna break into the comic book in progress that we've been working on for Heroes Assemble Act 0. Valentin likes to say Act 0 on the post. I say it's I call it issues 0. It's all good. It's a 20-page comic book telling the story, the beginning of the Super Victor universe, the beginning of Victor, and the fight to get him access to treatment. This is Adobe Fresco, and here is Marugan. And of course, all right, let me start the program again so we can get this going. And then I'll open up Clip Studio Paint, and I'm going to share a little bit about my process, the progress in the comic book, and how I'm going to switch from Clip Studio Paint over to Photoshop now that I've actually got a lot of things that I needed Clip Studio Paint for. And I'm going to describe those for you so that you know why. Okay. You're disconnected, connected, up. Okay, man, about this one. All of them? Oh, maybe because I need to go here. Let me see. It's on. It's me. I did it. Maybe it's the computer. Oh, my gosh. Why? Why do we need to do this now? And it was working fine earlier today. It was working fine. But since that is in progress, let's talk to Valentin for a second. Hey, Valentin, how you doing today? Can he hear us?
Yeah, we had a little time, let's say, little some family time, and I'm happy to see you again. I love your work, so let's go.
Let's go. Thank you for hanging out with us, Valentin. I want to catch up people, and especially myself, because I was just we were just talking about this a second ago before we went live that you spend your majority of your time on Twitter. Your wife does her social media through Instagram and Facebook. I'm all over the place, but there are some times, weeks at a time, where I'm just really don't have time to catch up on what's going on. And basically, I got a couple questions for you. So hopefully, you can catch us all up. One, the lottery. There's a lottery going on, and I saw the comments on Discord that I kind of scanned because I miss as the conversations as they're happening in real time. There's a lottery going on, and it's gonna finally how do you say it? I guess the
Yeah,
giveaway is
we
gonna
will draw
start.
it on Tuesday. Yeah,
So tell us about that. What
yeah,
is that, and
it
what
has
can we still
been.
do now? Go ahead.
So this lottery was designed to help my boy Victor with 50% of the funds, and with the other 50% to help other 50 people. So usually, if it would have been sold out, all the tickets would have been sold out. A lot of people would have, like 50 people would have get like 50 e-gold. In these days, that means I don't know, a lot.
A lot, yeah. Let's do
How
the math.
much?
So
Maybe
Eagle is a
2K,
cryptocurrency.
2K, yeah,
Uh huh.
$2,000,
Uh
yeah,
huh.
something like
Uh
that.
huh. Uh huh.
But we didn't manage to sell it out, and we stopped it. And on Tuesday we will have the draw, and that's it. Let's hope a lot of people will get, I don't know, not the same amount,
But it's a
and
lot. But it's gonna be
I
a lot. Mm-hmm.
will not be. It will be, and I will give it 100% now. So I will not do anything for Victor in this moment.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, so the lottery was to raise funds, and some of those that
And to
to have some lucky
give something
winners
back to the people. Yeah.
to the community.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so now on Tuesday, that community part is going to be happening. So there would be how many lucky winners? One. That's it. One winner.
50.
Oh, 50
I
winners.
think
Okay, that's what
50.
it. Uh huh. Okay, okay. So 50.
Yeah, but we don't have too much ego raised. So yeah,
Okay. So did more
they will
than
receive
50.
smaller prizes, but
All right. Right. That's fine. But there's
yeah.
still a win is a win, right?
Oh yeah, it's like you invested point 0.1 eagle, then you receive like I don't know, to be honest, 2 or 3 eagle, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a 20-25x. So it's okay.
Right. So, all right, right. So, were there more than people buy? Did more than people buy any of the lottery? Was there more than 50 people that bought the lottery, or less than 50 people?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
So,
I will have to look right to see
right.
how many we
Okay.
have. Yeah.
But there's gonna
If we
be
have 50, that's or 30, it's okay.
right. Well, because
I'm
that means
I'm
everybody
happy.
wins.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
I'm
Uh
okay.
huh. Years
But
ago.
we will have a look.
Okay. All right. So that's what's happening on Tuesday. That's really gonna go on. Finally got the program to open up. That's why I had Valentin talking because this something was up with this program.
Yes.
Uh huh.
Tonight we will have. We started 2 votes to help some other charity causes, and I think tonight we can send 200 gold to one of them. It's a boy from the community. Let's say his father has a project. Like I think he's in a similar situation like me,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not about SMA. So we will help him with 200 gold and another 40K, $40,000 rehab. Them those are people that is, they have surgeries, heart surgeries for. So yeah, they save people, and yeah, I want to be sure that all the funds will go
Mm-hmm.
100% towards them. So this is the strategy, let's say.
Right.
That's what funds will leave 100% to other people.
Right. Because you were raising funds for the treatment for Victor, and now that that's accomplished, the funds that were originally raised, they're still going for that good cause. They're just going to be passed on to other children and other families who find themselves in the same situation where they have to pay for treatments for their little ones to be able to
Yeah.
get the help that they need, and it's not cheap. None of that is cheap.
Oh yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And
great.
we have some others that
And we'll have some what?
we want to help. So yeah, we will take them step by step because we are still in Austria now, and yeah, it's a bit harder, let's say, to move.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
okay.
I'm sure that we will get there 100%.
Oh, I see. I see. Because the treatment is in Austria, and you're from Romania, and so
Yeah.
you guys are traveling for the treatment or moving to have the treatment.
Oh no, we moved here. We stay in Austria, but um, because we want to send a lot of funds, like for, let's say for this cause that's 40K, we have to do some papers, so it's not possible in Austria to have to make them, and you have to travel to Romania,
Mm-hmm.
and after that to come back. And our time frame it's like maximum 1 week because we have weekly checkups with Victor. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to stress him a lot, because it's an 8 hour drive,
Mm.
and it's hard to stay with a baby boy 8 hours in a car.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not good.
not for us, but
Uh
it's
huh.
harder for him, So
Mm-hmm.
that will be 16 hours to go there and come back, and yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah. Any kid, no matter how old you are, when you're a little kid,
Oh yeah,
you need activities, you need stimulation, entertainment, and they can't stay sitting down. You can't. They won't sit still. They won't sit still. Welcome,
yeah.
Joseph, joining us on Facebook. Appreciate you stopping through. Stopping through. We're talking to Valentin, the founder and superhero, real life superhero. I saw somebody say that about you on Twitter, and I was like, yes, I wanted to be the first one to say that, but they beat me to it. Just watching you focus your life on every waking moment and raising funds and tr- working on getting your son the treatment that he requires, and but with such such a positive attitude and inclusive of the community as a whole, as where you're bringing everybody on this trip, but not uh, bringing them into the experience, bringing them into the cause, and not and I'm not sure how to explain it, but sometimes when you see these causes online or from people it's like there's always this push and guilt to help, and that's not the case with you. And so to me, it's like it's been great to see how you did it, how you put all this together and reach your goals, and always kept a positive manner, and made us all feel like this is something that we all get to be a part of, and feel good about it, but also know that this is a great family that deserves, and a great dad and a superhero dad who found a way to bring it all together. And I don't think I have ever seen anybody use the crypto community this way. Maybe there's some other people like that, but I don't think so. So there, big ups to Valentin. And
Well,
go ahead.
yeah, it's overwhelming to hear this. So yeah, I'm deeply grateful for these words. But I can say I couldn't do it without uh, two other people gathered to help me, because yeah, it was over an overwhelming job to be honest, and yeah, I was lucky that you guys that stood close to me, yeah, you managed to help, and we got here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we got it for free, it's a collective work, and
Right.
now we are trying to use the fund to help other people. So yeah, it's great, and I think the same. I think nobody did what we did together in this journey,
Mm-hmm.
in the crypto world.
Yeah.
Because there was one time when every project was tweeting about us. So that was crazy. Imagine I don't know, several companies tweeting about one case. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that's something that mm, I think in real life it doesn't happen that, I don't know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit different.
Yeah. And
But yeah,
good.
we did something amazing.
Right. And
And now look at
good.
you.
And now
You
look at me.
sorry, I have one more thing to say.
Keep at it. Go
And
ahead.
now look at you. You are drawing monsters to, yeah, to help more people. Even though now the, let's say, the new route of the project, it's not the same as it was like only for Victor, and for other people. Now it's only for other people, the community, and the team. Because yeah,
Well, it's for the community that you brought together. Together, you brought them together, and the commitment to the community does not stop. Even though you got what you needed for your son, that the work is not finished because this was a community work, right?
yeah,
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 and that's what I wanted to jump in and interrupt you when you were talking that you might you say you got the treatment for free and that's cool that you don't have to now spend money in making sure your son or don't have the stress of raising $2 million to get your son to get the treatment that he needs. But the treatment is not necessarily free. You still stayed focused for the past year and a half building community, building networks, relationships, so your son can have the treatment. So
yeah.
yeah. So
Because
go ahead.
sorry, so from the beginning, let's say our strategy or what we thought was like, let's fight in all the directions to get it
Mm-hmm.
for free, to raise the funds. I don't know. We have to do something for him because yeah, Victor, how he is and how he looks and stuff. And yeah, since day one we tried even to get it for free, but it wasn't that easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so easy to move in another country, to find a job, to have all the papers done, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to have an insurance to cover this $2.1 million treatment.
Yeah.
We
It's
tried in different countries. Yeah, we got even scammed, let's say, and yeah, now we managed to get it in Austria, even though it was accepted in Romania, like in March, and we couldn't get it in Romania because
mm-hmm.
it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say from this moment that I think we were the last family from Romania that had to raise funds for the Zolgensma
Oh,
treatment.
uh-huh.
Yeah, so we got it on May 10th here in Austria, and the first SMA child treated with Zolgensma in Romania was on May 11th, if you can believe that. So
Uh-huh.
until until that day, we got a lot of feedback from our doctor from Romania,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying, yeah, it's possible to do it in Romania, but not for you because it will be, let's say, too late.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we moved a bit faster.
Right. And
Yeah, and
that's so
still we
it's
had, sorry, one more thing, and
uh-huh.
still we had one treatment in Romania, so it was quite impossible to get it for free in Romania.
Uh-huh.
But now we are here, and it's, yeah, I think it's better that we got it for free, and we can help a lot of people. We
Yeah.
already have, as I said, over 40, yeah, I can say families, yeah, 40 families that we are helping.
That's
So
good.
this Super Victor, my boy, yeah, he's a superhero now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's
Mm-hmm.
fighting with this guy that you are drawing now. So
Right. Right. This is Smarugon. He is the super
yeah,
villain. Valentin and I were talking about adding some tattoos to Smarugan. So I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And so that's what you see right here. You got a big S. Some of these things keep changing and evolving, and because we've been having lots of discussions about these characters for a long time, and little by little, this is like the first iteration of Smarugan. It's cool. It's like a nice cartoon. I drew this late last year and just thought I threw a bunch of ideas together. But ever since we started talking about the underlings, the villain, the story, the comic, the Smarugan is coming to full effect. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Oh yeah, he
Uh,
got bigger
he
and
got
more dangerous,
yes,
and
bigger.
that's what SMA is. I
Mm,
can say 100% that's what SMA is. So it's a degenerative disease that gets, let's say, worse in time if you don't treat it. So
mm, mm-hmm.
that's smart one, and he feeds with all the bad stuff.
Right, right. And so Smarugan is coming after he's coming after the blockchain. So tell us about these contests that you've been having on Twitter and the Discord, where people post their version or they revamp Smarugan. Tell us about that. What's going on there? I caught a little bit of it. I thought that was super cool.
Oh yeah, so last week we celebrated starting from May 19th, Victor's birthday, and 1 year of Super Victor of the Super Victor project. So I started the contest and I gave kind of some big prizes to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they had a leaderboard contest. They had to, let's say, to buy some Super Victors and what's related to the project. And yeah, at the end, I think it ended. Let's see, on Friday, and yeah, they got some great prizes. And I thought to make even something for Smarogan. So who like we gave bonus points for the people that were tweeting about Smarogan or about or making jokes upon him, because he's on Twitter. He's there. And he's
Smarugan
starting
is on Twitter.
to, yeah.
Uh huh.
So he's coming, and we have to fight against him.
Your microphone just left. We don't hear anything now.
Yeah.
No, don't hear
To
So we're trying to listen to what Valentin is saying, and your auto was sounded like a Smarugan take over because it sounded all metallic and robotic. So Valentin, get your microphone together. Big ups to Odari, that looks dope. Thank you, Odari, and Creases. Thank you for stopping through. We got a cool folks here on the Discord. Taylor Pitts joining us now with Chris and Blazord in the house. Of course, J Plows, Raz, San, and Victor are here. And I think Victor's internet is causing interference with the audio. While I'm sitting here drawing and asking Valentin some questions about some of the giveaways that are happening in the Discord and extend out into Twitter. And that's what's cool about some of the work that Valentin has been doing in the crypto community, and it's also in the story. So let me take a moment to jump to this other program. It's called Clip Studio Paint, and show you a bit of the comic book. And thank you, Odari says Max Headroom took over the mic. Yes, right, Max Headroom. That's what it sounded like, Valentin. If you don't know who Max Headroom is, you need to look it up. That is,
Okay, I will Google. I
yeah,
will Google
it's from
it.
the '80s. Uh, but I want to say this about Valentin, is that it's in the story. It's part of the story that Valentin been already been a has been a great collaborator and has brought the our crypto community closer together way before the Super Victor universe. He was always doing that, and that's inside of the story that I'm going to share with you. So it was no surprise that he just leaned in on what he knew that he had built and brought the community over together. And even now that Victor is getting the treatment that he requires, Valentin has not let go of that which has that he's passionate about, and that is the community itself. All right, so let's go ahead and open. Here it is. Is this the one? Let me think. It says This is version 2, so let me open another one. Let's see. I got a lot of files in here. Let me see. Version 3, there it is, and comic book. I've been working on a 20-page comic. Valentin and we worked on it together in terms of the story. And I did most of the writing, and Valentin helped me fix what I thought I was saying and what it needs to say. But here is the actual comic book as it is in progress. And today, what I'm going to do is go over the story, let you see it. And then once the stream is over, I'm really going to export all of these pages and work them into Photoshop. And this is what I needed to test also. Let me see. Photoshop. So let's go and look into my folders. I got tons of files. I've been working on this and flipping and flopping. Oh, Dari's asking, is this Clip Studio? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And let me see. CSP book. Single pages, PDF samples. There we go. And oh, it says PDF, not PDF. PSD. There we go. PSD saves. And let's take a look and see. You know what I want. I want Photoshop. There we go. And boom. And so it looks like it's a flat image here. That's not, it's a Photoshop file, but it's a flat image. And this is what I need to test and play around with later. Where did it go? Photoshop. Yep, that's it. Let's try page 3. And because inside of Clip Studio, what I like about Clip Studio is that it has all the tools that you need for a comic, right? And I've been playing around with some of the tools and brushes, etc., inside of Clip Studio, and I'm used to working with Photoshop a lot more. So again, if you bought the cover to Heroes Assemble, there's the cover design, then you're going to have access to the actual comic book. And the way Clip Studio works is that it has one file that controls all the pages. And so that makes it real easy to open and work on the comic when the file is split up into different pages, but there's one master file that controls everything. So it's really easy to keep track. Here's an art style, and I know, Valentin, I've been taking my time, but I think I'm going to change a little bit of these details, and because I tried a different style and I like that other style better. But in Clip Studio Paint, you have all of these right here on the right hand side. Everything that's over here on my right is the layers, and you can turn off some layers. Look at that, and then the words disappear. And then inside of Clip Studio Paint, that's the big advantage about Clip Studio Paint, is that you can have folders and files for different things on the artboard that are the elements necessary for a comic book, right? So we have elements for the frame. Let me see, there goes the frame. And then we have elements for the text. There's some text that's disappearing right there. There we go. Let me see, where is it? There you go. There it is. That's some of the text right there. And so Clip Studio Paints, it is set up for working with comic books. But what I found myself doing is trying different techniques and the detail, and I'm not happy about how it comes out, and that's because I'm not used to Clip Studio Paint. But I use Clip Studio Paint to set up these frames around that gives you what the measurements of a comic book page are, the frames around each panel. That's what Clip Studio Paint is great for. So what I'm gonna do is export some of these files and work on them in Photoshop. And I think that I did everything I needed to do with Clip Studio Paint, and now I'm ready for Photoshop. So like right here, there's no text, no words, no nothing. And so in order, and see, like, look at these are the layers right here, all these things on the right side. There's tons and tons to keep track of, but here's all the text. Let's turn it on, and there it comes. Give it a second. Come on, there it goes. Got it. Boom. So now we have the panel and the narration, text, panel, narration, and then I started to work with this kind of shading, and I was like, I kind of like that better. I kind of like made that, and I made Valentina a supermodel right there. Look, he got that supermodel look, a real dreamy, um, cool guy.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
you got it right.
And so it's cool. I like what Clip Studio Paint can do for at least the file management, but when it comes down to the drawing part, I think I'm very familiar, more comfortable with Photoshop. So that's what we're gonna. San says Valentin is hot, and then here is where the Elron community comes into the story, and we see the apps that gives you up to date information on the crypto and the projects as they start to come down and fall into place. And boom, here we go. We got some sharks, some Nojin dragons, the baby dragon looking character. I forget the names. The apes. Is it not the apes? The pigs. What is that project? I forget the names of all of this. I'm sorry.
That's the hog homies
That's
from
right, Hog
Maestros.
Homies, correct. Uh-huh. And then some of the Hog Homies artwork, I seen a gorilla running around together. So there they go. They're having a drink, and got the ducks, some kind of gods, and some Karate Kid, and a whole bunch of stuff. And so I'm throwing them all in. I got the Kavarians in here, and of course my character right there. Ole, says Raz. That's right. And so we have a little bit of everything coming through here. That's right. I think the Ole is over there. And then of course, yes, right. This is my homeboy, Blazord, and the rockers. Got the rockers in here, the pits in there, the brawlers. I brought in stuff that I've seen, that come across, and stuff that we know been around in Elron for a long time. So this is page 3. The numbers on the left, they really don't. They're not accurate because those are the page numbers in a book versus the page numbers of the actual story. So it's a little bit everywhere. Let me go ahead and save on that. Let's make some noise. That's right, Raz. Taylor Pitts says, these are truly so gorgeous. Taylor Pitts, yep. Love seeing the gorgeous artwork, Mike. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. And so now, as the story continues, we're being introduced to some of the NFT characters, and here comes more. There's more and more. And so the story progresses. There's more narration, and now we get to see a bit of the characters being featured, and as we talk about the story, but not everything is okay with Web3, and this is where I started to look for some of the rug projects, and so you'll recognize some of the NFT characters. Thank you, and all the cool positive things that people were ranting and raving about a couple years ago. And in family time, and Valentin at his job. Boom. So this story has real life scenes and moments, and Web3, crypto, Elron, in the blockchain world moments. So we're still back and forth between the human moments, and then things start to look a little dicey for Victor, and we hop on to this double spread. It takes a while. I've been playing around with colors. I've been playing around with art styles. I'm still playing around with some things because Valentin shows me some Marvel Comics artwork, and I was like, yeah. And I think about it, like, well, we're not drawing these guys like that yet. There's gonna be moments for things like that. So I'm trying to find a happy medium where there's clean art, but it's still exciting. But in the human side of the story, it's still kind of a more normal. Uh, Let me see. Clean. That's the best word I can think of. Where it's simple and clean type of artwork. But as we get more and more into the exciting world of the blockchain, that could be more of a superhero type work. And there's still a lot of details missing that I haven't even worked on. But here's the conversations with the doctor, and then Valentin running home. This whole body right here, this whole pose is off. It looks weird, so I have to work on it. But this is how where a moment where the human world starts to blend into the blockchain world, and then we move on to more blockchain. And I threw this together right here. I thought it was a really cool shot of seeing the blockchain thrive, and and have another Blazord moment. And you can do better than Marvel or DC. I know that. Thank you, Valentin. But also Reb in the house, and Hog Homie's creator.
Hi, it is.
High res, yes. Oh man, I don't know why all the words are out of my head right now. I can't think of nothing. And of course, the SRB character on the very left is like, yeah, let's have some folks that we know, folks who we know that are running things and doing things. And don't worry if you're not in it yet, because as long as you continue in the community, there will be the more issues where we go further and further and further. So there'll be plenty of room, right, Valentin? Yes. Okay, good.
100%.
100%. There you go. And so there is a moment, and there was an old movie a long, long time ago. None of you remember this. I was a little kid when I saw it. It was called Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans. And they made another version of that movie like 10 years ago. But this is the days of the 70s, I think, or 80s, and there was CGI was not what it is today. And so it's a story of Greek. Is it Greek or Roman? What is I forgot. Nah, I can't even remember. Who is Medusa? Is she Roman? Anyways, it was about this superhero and god, and he was given gifts by certain gods to go fight Medusa. And so there's just one of those moments where Super Victor is given headgear, chest gear, boots, and the gauntlet. Boom. And a lot of the effects are still missing. Don't worry. And then and we see Super Victor getting dressed up. He is getting geared up, and we still don't know. We still don't know what the mission is. It's just getting an introduction to the character and understanding what's happening. And so now there's a mix of real world and the human world and the crypto world, blockchain. And so we see how some of the rugs are starting to happen, and but the community gets stronger, comes together tighter and tighter, and we really care about each other's lives more so than the profit and 10 and 100x of the coins and NFTs. And so, but the things that happen in the human world affect the blockchain world. And so now we have to, don't name he she too much. um, uh, um, there's a what do you call a ripple effect when there's FUD and rugs and negative characters in the blockchain in the human world. It affects the blockchain, and it affects those characters in that world in the blockchain that we've gotten to know and build and create. And so Super Victor is like, this can't be good for anyone. What is happening? And this is looking across that scene right there on the other side of the page. We see the destruction that the beef energy is having, the bones, the electricity, the energy, the fire. it's all destroying the blockchain, and we get a look at one of the villains, and that is coming soon. And I don't know when there will be some dates to share, but Valentin is gonna give us a heads up, and you'll see the actual characters in a second. But as we flip back and forth between the human and the blockchain world, the blockchain starts to care for what happens to Victor. The blockchain world, these characters decide that they want to band together. And so we have those donkeys, I forget that project, of those donkey, what are they called? Unicorns.
Those
And
are for
well, so I'm starting to draw them, but I'm not keeping the same art style. I'm kind of trying to find an art style that fits to draw them all together, similar, right? So I'm kind of working on that, and so I got a little extra details, and it looks more of a donkey than before. And then we have another shot of Super Victor going from the human world as Valentin is thinking about what can he do to help save his family, save his son, give his son the treatment that he needs, and all of that positive energy starts to build up Super Victor, because that's what we're about. That's what we're here to build, this something greater than just a treatment, than just a plan, than a fundraiser, is to help the community and help other kids. And so it becomes bigger and greater than just one character, and that's where the Super Victor universe comes in. And so here's how some of the NFT projects are having discussions and saying we need to fight this, we need to build together. And now we're starting to get a good look into the underlings, and that's where that NFT series is coming up, for the what did we call them? I say underlings sometimes, but the villains, and the destruction that they leave behind.
yeah, it's okay, underling.
Underlings. Okay, cool, cool. And so now we get a good look at some of the underlings, and we have the bones underling, the electricity underlings, the energy underlings, and the fire underlings, which spell out beef. All right, all right, and so then from there, and I see your comment saying it says the peculiarity, in my opinion, of having so many characters will be the possibility of a more entwined narrative. Am I high? I don't know if you're high, but this is the beginning of the story. This is where, the introduction of the characters. There's more to it, and fortunately for Valentin and his family, the story has a positive and joyful continuation. Whereas right now we're really breaking down some of the beginning of the story. And so here it is. We have some of the underlings, and Super Victor is thinking this through. Like, what is happening? How can this be? And we see the intermingling of the human and the blockchain world come together with the treatments that, with a vision of what the treatments look like to Super Victor, where there's pills floating in the air, capsules floating in the air, but as they fall down, those capsules and pills turn into underlings, to supervillains. And the biggest supervillain of them all, Smarugon. The supreme all powerful is here. All bow down to the only divinity in the blockchain, the big boss. Bam! There he is. Smarugon. And so I've been reworking the character, trying to make him as mean, as evil as possible. And and this is the current version for the comic. And I'm gonna have to simplify it a little bit more, but that's the fine balance to have as an artist, is that you want to make it intense and horrible and mean, and but you don't want to make it too intricate that the details get lost and nobody can see and tell what's happening. And then eventually we have our final reveal that you all get to see this right now, of Super Victor. And Super Victor and Victor, right? Human Victor wakes up from his treatment and he knows what his mission is. Now we know what this is all about. Super Victor was born to battle Smarugan and save the blockchain. Doom, 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 doom. Insert uh, powerful, warlike, suspenseful music. Doom, 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 doom. Am I going crazy? Am I the crazy one? And there it is. One of the little bit details that we're trying to keep track of is that some of the gear that the supervillains, the underlings, and Smarugan have are similar as to what Super Victor has, because this is the same blockchain world. So there should be a little bit of consistency in style and tools and resources, and so still trying to manage my creativity from taking off and doing whatever to saying, well, you got to keep it consistent and find a way. Consistency in the way, also consistency in the way Victor and Super Victor's face and shape looks, and so on. So, it's a bit back and forth that's been happening so far, and this is what we got going on with Clip Studio Paint. If anybody got some questions, comments, suggestions, please leave it in the chat, and we'll take a look at it. Thank you, Alessandra, for stopping by. I appreciate you. And thank you, those who are joining us on the Discord, for coming through. Yes. And there's some names I just can't say. Well, Droopy, I'll say that. Thank you, Droopy, for stopping through. Appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, this is what I've been working on. This is the comic. It's very long and a lot of characters, and but there's a big idea here for the Super Victor universe, for things that we want to be able to bring in, add on, and there's people like artists like Red Full Metal who are already thinking about adolescent adventures, the adventures of adolescent Super Victor. Like, that's crazy. We gotta do one thing at a time. Oh, but it's all right. If anybody has something they'd like to add, please do so. If not, what I'm gonna do is see if I can export this. I should be able to export this as a Photoshop file, and that's what I've been. Oh, there you go. Multiple pages, single layer. I don't want to say. Oh, that's what it was. Export. No. Oh, what if I save as? Do you want to copy the canvas? Will be saved. Okay. And then this is comic book version 2. Okay, so that's the whole clip. I want to be able to export just the page. And so I think I may have to do this afterwards so that I can take my time looking things up. But this is happening in Clip Studio Paint. I'll be able to move into Photoshop because now I have all the text, all the frames already laid out. Let me see. There's text here. There's text here. Yeah, so that's all happening. Text. And this is one of those management things that it takes time to figure out, like, where should the text go? How much text should we have? I've had to edit some of this text because when you're writing, you're just writing words. And then you got to put them into the page with the pictures. And it's like, that's going to be a lot of words. There's not going to be enough room for the pictures. And then I don't know if any of you are familiar with graphic design. It's real easy to make the design look crowded, and it's necessary for part of the story to have text. And I've seen comics that way, and I still like the comic books, even X-Men books, where I see where there's like half the page is just text, and it's like, dang, you should show me the story, don't tell me the story, show it to me. But sometimes you have to include walls of text, and so that's part of the Clip Studio Paint management, is how to have a layer for the text and a layer for the box. Boom. Thank you, Alessandra. I appreciate you. It's been taking some time, and there it is. That's the beginning. So everything has some text on it. Everything. So that's good. And I like the way you manage some of these pages with Clip Studio Paint, because it there's a big file right here on the left hand side, and right now it's doing some saving. Okay, okay, okay. I know I opened a lot of stuff at one time. And you need a good computer that can handle all this stuff. Right now I'm working on the Surface Studio. It is, oh, you can't see me because of this camera. Come on, camera. Did it turn off? It did turn off. I have a tracker. Yeah, it died. It's all good. Anyways, I'm leaning forward because there's a big computer right here. Look. Failed to save. Control S to save. And if the button for saving doesn't work, then Control S will do. There you go. There you go. Don't tell me what to do. I'm in charge here. Bam. And if Valentin is still around, maybe he can talk about when are we going to see the underlings. What are the steps leading up to the underlings NFT project, and that we should expect. I know there's a lot going on already. Valentin is, I think he's a superhero because he's like working on 10 things at the same time.
Yeah, I'm still here. Uh,
Yeah, and I was
oh
asking.
yeah, sending some prizes now.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I think we can expect in 1.5 one month, but I think, or I hope in maximum 2 hours list and everything about. I think we will meet the, let's say, months. But
You
I
sound
want
so. Let's take a moment to breathe because we can't
the,
hear anything. We don't understand anything because of the max headroom effect. So your audio is off. Is jumpy, and we can't hear you. So say it again. Try this again.
so can you hear me now?
Yes.
Uh, let's hope in max 2 months we will the underlay. We have them ready. Still have to finish some documentation about what we want to
Okay.
do.
I heard the part about 2 months.
Hope ready.
If anybody else caught anything else, please let me know. But yeah, it sounds like it's 2 months away. Things are 2 months away, right? Is that what I heard? Maybe you can write it. If you want to write it on the Discord, then I'll grab it from there. For when to expect some underling NFTs. And it's crazy that there's a ton of content in this project, man. I think this is amazing. This is why I'm a part of it, is because it allows me the chance to flex some creative muscles. Yeah, that's right. Boom. There we go. And so by looking at my Smarugan reference, another reference, and I can just pull it up from here, I am bringing all the ideas together. Let's see. Assemble, CSP book, JPEG inks, and this one. Oh, too large to import, huh? Dang, man. I know, I got other stuff. Let me see. Inked, trimmed. Here we go. Oh, here's another version of the sketch right here. Man, there we go. Let's grab this guy. Set it right there. Boom. That's how we do that. All right. Let's take a look at the messages here. Okay, cool. Victor Valentin is still dropping a comment there. And yeah, so I've been hopping between Fresco, Photoshop, and Clip Studio Paint to give me a chance to draw this the way I want to, with my full powers. Let's see, let's go put that there. And I do like the idea of V but it was inverted on the chest. So the V is inverted in the chest of Smarugan, but in Super Victor, it's a V. It's a still a triangle, but it's a V. So yes, internet is not working so well. So trying to send some prices. So info about the project on the underlings. The NFTs are already ready, and we're working at the Mint platform. White paper almost ready, and we'll have to spread the word about the collection. Hopefully in 1 or 1.5, 2 months to start the Mint. Don't want to promise an exact date. All depends on how the lawyers move. Oh, it's a lot of legal stuff. Okay, yeah. That's why I'm only working with the art, man. It's a whole lot to think about when the laws get involved, because the way I see this is that this is not just a project for the blockchain, but a real multimedia type of project that will go beyond. We're already going through NFTs, minting of the artwork, but also the printing of the artwork. And San is saying, let's invade Twitter summer. That's right. Invade Twitter summer. So look, there you go. Yes. Yeah, because everything takes time. The art is taking time. The story's taking time. And now we want to not just hurry it up and throw something out there. We want to put something out that people are going to enjoy, have fun, and have a great story. All right, good. We got the belt. I do like the fact that it's like a, what do you call it? Loincloth, kind of like Conan the Barbarian. Oh yeah. And I was also actually thinking of Skeletor. I love skulls, anyways. I love skulls. There you go. Let's draw the rest of the body, but it's not just muscles. They're plates, And the way I drew them is just like a skinless body. I drew a skinless body. I wanted it to not have a skin color, but more like a fiber. And then the neurons, that blue is like neurons, or the energy of the neurons flowing through the body. Smarugon is a combination of three words, and on is the neurons. The middle part, rug, is for the rugging of the projects. Let's see. And then I always draw pouches. I draw lots of pouches on my characters. And so I don't have any pouches here except for the ones in the what do you call this? The belts around the chest and the torso. They have names, and but I don't know. I'm kind of moving away from that idea. In any case, I do want to still have some of the plates with some of the energy flowing through it. So for now, let's just draw this. Okay, we got that. And draw the basic lines that belong here. And in between is where we have those other colors. See here between the plates. The plate itself will be one color. And then underneath we can have others. And if anybody's wondering, yes, that's what I look like under my shirt. That's right. Bam. Got it. So let's see. 1, 2, there's 3, then there's 4. There you go. And slowly I can turn off the original sketch to see what I got going on. And this is what the sketch included in the beginning, just the head and the basic muscles, so that slowly I can add other elements And so what was that right there? That's that. Get rid of that. I don't need that one. Delete the layer. And I'm in Fresco right now. And eventually I'll go from Fresco to Photoshop, because when you use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Fresco in the cloud, you can jump with those two different programs and use the same file. As you can see, there's my Rogan right here. Oops, come on. Come on now. Why is it doing that? It's frozen. Anyway, let me see. There it goes. Come on, files. Yeah, I think I need to update Photoshop and Fresco on this computer. But there it is, my Rogan. Oh yeah, that's Photoshop, and now here's Fresco. What's up, Bold? Welcome to the stream. I want to make sure that I have enough the details from all the different Smarogon pieces into this one main Smarogon sketch, because we're thinking about making this Smarogon pose part of the NFT series for the underlings. So there you go. And there's fire missing. There's a lot more bones and the wings missing. So let's work on adding some of the wings here right now. New layer. Come on. Boom. The wings will have to go like this. And there is AI in Adobe Photoshop now. And what's cool is that maybe AI can finish drawing the drawing for me. How about that? There we go. Maybe let's go. There you go. For the wings in the back. Because this comes out like this. So let's go like that. Boom. And that's in the background. I can turn it down a little bit just so that we can see the faint lines. And one thing I like to add is fire. And so I want some fire like in the top of his head. And it kind of looks like an S. And maybe some fire coming off of him. Fix that one. There you go. Boom. Imagine that coming at you. And imagine it looking at you. You know, if you had eyeballs and they were right here. I see you. All right, where is that shadow? I think it's right here. Yep, fill in this side. Right there. Boom. There you go. Smarogon. Let's see. Trying to find all the different layers to add the details that I need. There you go. Cool. If anybody got some comments or questions, anything to add, please leave it in the chat or jump in the Discord. Let us know what you think. Let us know what kind of ideas to consider for this awesome super villain, super character. Thank you, San. Delos Fire, you're so talented. Thank you, Bold Designs. I appreciate you. There you go. I know what I want, but it's not it. Maybe not that line. And I was thinking about having Smaragd hold something in his hand. I haven't thought it all the way through, but definitely gonna have. Boom. Smaragd. I don't know about you guys. I was watching some Godzilla the other day fighting King Kong, and just the noises that the monsters make. Like, yes, that's what I like. I like that. Fearful says Valentin, unleash the fire, add some bones. Let's see some energy flowing through his tattoos and some electricity. Smarugan can beat Darkseid and Thanos easily. All right. We know Valentin is a fan. Yeah, that's right. Can beat him easily, bro. Easily. Oh, I know what to do here. It's a series of triangles. And is it the same? Nope. It's a different layer. And that's why we work in different layers, so it's easy to just draw certain things and erase them and work on them. Let me see. That's not it. Let's see. There we go. Boom. There it is. Got it. And just you know, once you come up with the concept and the idea, it's a lot of little details here and little details there, and some of the details will end up in here and here. Turn down the opacity, the flow. There we go. There you go. Like that. Boom. Get the eraser and clean it up. Maybe that. There you go. And once I have all the shading the way I want to, then I'll start bringing in the colors, because then, you know, the colors seem to me sometimes the easy part, sometimes it's the hard part, is making sure that all the colors have a good look, match, they coordinate. Boom. There you go. Yeah. Sometimes instead of erasing, what you do is add a white color, and I have the white right there. Change it to the white. Turn this up, turn that down, and just draw it on top. That was too thick. Cool. Boom. Bam. And let's turn this off. There. Boom. Yeah. There he goes, little by little. There's this and this. There we go. Change the color. Turn that up and this down. There we go. Double check in here. Cool, cool, cool. Turn it up. And to get this effect, I lean the pencil sideways. And just, there you go, just sideways. Got it, call it tilt. This one too. Turn that down. Get the eraser. Clean up some of this. Clean this up. Change eraser, soft, and maybe bigger. Till you get the tones you're looking for. Come on, come on, computer. I'm working here. Let's go. Boom. So we got the shoulder and the chest. So eventually later, come in. Let's use the vector brushes. And where's my reference right there? So I did have like an orange. It was an orange. So let's try that just for fun right now, because we can always fix all of this. You can always change the colors. That's simple. It's always something you can do. Make a selection. I didn't mean to do that line, but that's all right. There we go. Boom, bam. Filled in. Close the lasso. Get the bucket. Drop it. Vector. Yes. And then I can get the eraser. I didn't want this here. Yeah. Get the color. Get the brush again. Yeah. Yes. Maybe another color is gonna be the bright yellow. Another layer. And like I said, we can always adjust colors. We've been discussing colors. Valentin and I. And if you have color combos you like to suggest, let me know. I do plan on having a straight black and white image. Maybe you can color. If you guys are interested in that, I can provide one in the Discord as soon as I finish all the line work. Boom, just like that. It looks good. That's gonna be awesome. That's right. Yeah. New layer. Come on, layers. And Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be drawing the comic book live. And I'll by then I'll be in Photoshop. I'll be drawing in Photoshop so that you guys can see the progress, join in the conversation in the Discord or on YouTube, and tell us what you think. And I'm just kind of filling it in. I could use the paint bucket, but there you go. Boom, little by little, it all comes together. Let's do the face. And yes, that's it. And let's just do a fill in. Let me see, where am I? Right here. I need to go there. Let's go like this. Is it working? There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect because I can make adjustments. And the super cool part is that once I'm in Photoshop and everything is in different layers, you can make adjustments on the full complete layers. There you go. Boom. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I just thought of something. This is what happens when you're drawing. I want a different tone of yellow for this. Come on, where are we? Did it work? Yeah, right here. There we go. I want Super Victor to win, but I like Smarrugan. Anybody else like Smarrugan? Who does? I know you do. Don't be shy. Let's see what that does. Oops. Here we go. Vector. Boom. There you go. And maybe a tone that's very similar. Right there. New layer. Boom. And now we do the horns. Because he's mean and bad. And eventually we're going to have some Smarrugan action figures. Yeah. I got some characters that I want to make little Funko Pops out of. My own characters. What if I did a Smarrugan Funko Pop? Yes, I got the stuff. I just haven't had time to play with it. Bam. Making action figures. Thank you, J Plows. This looks badass. Appreciate that. Odari says, I need a 3D printer. Yes, I do, bro. Myra. Thank you, Myra. Let's look so good. Says look so good. Hey, everyone just joined. Welcome. There you go. All right, let's see. And these are just the base colors right now. It's there's plenty of time for shadows, highlights, and tones. There you go. Boom. Come on. Computer, I need you to work with me. There it is. Back to the horns. More horns. There we go. And then draw this horn. Bucket, boom, fill it in, deselect, new layer, and just so I can do some of these feathers. These are feathers, and I had this idea where even out of the head, a whole set of wings can come out from the back of the neck, and that's why there's all these feathers. I haven't thought it all the way through. We haven't seen Smarrugan's full complete superpowers. Yeah. So just wait. Hey, you just wait. Remember, he has to have beef, bones, energy, electricity, and that's what I meant to do. Yes, let me see that. Let's do this again. Do this side. I think I want red right here. New layer, color, some red in there. Vector, got it. Back to the purple, selection. Now we select this area. These wings go together. There we go. Oh, that's not what I want. Right there. Boom. Fill it in. Deselect. Gotcha. Darker and good contrast with the 4 elements. Yes, and so, and I have the 4 element colors. But right now these are the flat. So you always got to start with some flat colors. That's gonna be the base color. But at the end of the day, it doesn't look like this. It does not. But you need a color here, and that's why they're all in different layers. Look at this. So then I can always go in and say, let me change all the colors in this layer, and it's just one color. But that's a good idea, Valentin. Let me grab this right here. As an example, I'm going to show you an example. When looking at Smarugan right here, there's a base color, highlight color, a shadow color, and so on. There's a lot of colors going on in here. And so, as crazy as it may seem, the base color is right here. That's the base color right there. And then from there, the other colors are added on. Let me change this. Go like this. There's the base color right here. And then the same base color is added on again. And then the same base color is added on again. And so that's why you gotta pick one color. Even if you change your mind later, you got to start with one color. Even this brown, the brown is in here 3 times. This base color is in here 3 times, and then that's how you end up with different shades. It's a mess. It's a mess, man. I'm telling you. It's a crazy mess. There we go. Okay, so now let's see. This is the horns. Let's finish the rest of the horns. And then I have the 2 big horns. He's got a lot of horns. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And I feel bad for anybody who's going to have to animate this. Imagine the animation work. Because you're going to want to see this on your TV. There we go. Somebody's going to animate it, not me. There we go. Boom. They got those horns. And then we need the back. 2 back horns. And it's going to be a variation of the same yellow. Let's see. Let's go ahead like that. Maybe grayish. Got it. And let's grab all of this. Yeah. The fun part in character design is coming up with the idea. The not so fun part is like, well, now I gotta draw all those things that I said, that I was talking about. Boom. Step by step, that's right. Okay, come on. Here we go. Whew. Might be a little too dark, but that's okay for now. Boom. Bam. Deselect. And see, like, here's an example. Oh, those ended up on the same layer. That's all right. That's cool. We'll work it out. So let's look at the jaw. Just looking at the jaw. See that layer? Duplicate that layer. Multiply. And now it got darker. Turn down the opacity a little bit. Let's get the eraser. Let's see. I want the taper eraser. And then let's go like this. Maybe circle eraser. Let's try this round. There we go. The round. Let's see. Velocity is off. Pressure is on. Let's see. Yep, that's okay. And then go down to 4. Okay, cool. Now I go like this. But does wait a minute. It has tapered on. Let me see. Yeah, that's what it is. Pressure, taper. How about now? Let's see. And now I'm just drawing highlights. See how that happened? I don't like those circles. Those little bubbles. I need more pressure. Pressure. Oh, okay, let's go like that. And then that's how it starts, little by little. And look, I can duplicate that again. Come on, boom, and then clean it up some more. And now you start to see a little bit of a flavor coming in. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. You guys are all awesome. Thank you, Umacorn, for stopping through. Sandy in the house. It does look like Skeletor, doesn't it? It is Smarugan. Today we had a good look at Smarugan. We had a look at the comic book that's coming up that I'm working on with Clip Studio Paint and Photoshop, and we've been having a good time here in the Discord at the Super Victor Universe. Thank you, everybody on Behance for hanging out with me, including Odari, Umacorn, Mayar, and Kriasis. On Facebook, Joseph Williams stopped through. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being with us. And here in the Discord, and can you see me in my frame? Yeah, there it is. In the Discord, of course, we have San, Raz, Droopy, J Plows, Valentin, Chris, and Blazord. Until next time, I'm DTM, and I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Peace out.